Ladies and gentlemen, more tag team action on NWA Anarchy. We have on one side a team that we've seen here before in the Outlaw Ben Woods. The legal man is Lane Norris, collectively known as Culture Shock.
So that was Whoopi Goldberg.
Lane Norris, okay?
Okay.
The opposition comes in the form of Rob Adonis and the untouchable Jeremy Vane.
And Greg Hunter, what a metaphor we have here in the ring. We have, Jeremy Vane getting ready to lock it up here with this Ben Woods guy. It's the penthouse against the outhouse. The outhouse, Ben Woods.
It's the outlaw, Ben Woods. Collar and elbow
Are you
tie-up.
sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. It says so right here, outlaw Ben Woods.
No, wait a minute now. What?
And Jeremy Vane, apparently none too, shall we say, willing to engage the outlaw Ben Woods power to power here.
Would you want to wrestle somebody named Outhouse?
Outlaw. It's outlaw.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
What did I say?
You said outhouse.
That's what I said.
Uh-huh. And right now, big collar and elbow by Adonis and Woods.
I mean, two big guys here. I mean, these are the big men of the team. Two big trees going to lock it up right here, Greg Hunter. And the thing about it is, I'll say something about this team of Outhouse and Lane Norris. I mean, they look impressive. I mean, these guys are well put together, and I'm pretty sure with a little molding and with the right person in their ear, they could beat something here.
Well, no doubt about it. These two young men, a couple of physical specimens, hard to call one of them the big man because they are both, I mean, they weigh in a combined 475. And right now, Woods and Adonis, strength for strength here, the proverbial immovable object and the irresistible force, as neither man's taken a back step.
Neither man willing to give an inch on this one either, Greg Hunter. I mean, this right here is like two Mack trucks. And the thing about it is, Rob Adonis, this is something he's not accustomed to. Rob Adonis is accustomed to being the big man in a match. I mean, he's accustomed to being the larger man. And right now, it's been a very rare occasion where he's been in the ring with somebody that can match him with sheer size and strength.
He is doing that right now. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And it appears right now that Woods may have the advantage. He's trying to turn the knuckles over. But Adonis breaks off the hold. And there are those apparently here at the NWA Arena that believe that Adonis may be just a little bit of a chicken.
Well, Greg Hunter, you know, we're 7 days away from Fright Night. And I mean, the thing is, tag team action has become plentiful. Of course, we know the big tag team turmoil coming up at Fright Night. It's going to feature all the tag teams that we've seen in last week's big, massive confusion. We're talking about the Hollywood Brunettes. We're talking about the dynamic duo. We've got Talent and Money. We've got Caleb Conley and Chip Day. We've got the technicians, and the Wild Bunch, all vying for that tag team title shot that's going to take place at Tag Team Turmoil at Fright Night. But the thing about it is, these are two other teams, Vane and Adonis mainly, that can make an argument claim to having a shot at the tag team titles. Of course, Outlaw and Norris here just got with us. But I mean, Greg Hunter, the tag team is growing leaps and bounds day by day.
It has always been a hallmark here at NWA Anarchy. Adonis and Vane have certainly had their issues in recent weeks with the New Wave. And the argument can be made that Adonis and Vane are probably the current #1 contenders to those Anarchy tag team titles. We heard Chad Parham, although whatever he says I tend to take with a grain of salt, say a few weeks ago on this program that he had heard Adonis and Vane had the inside track to Fright Night, and they very well may have. Now, good Lord, listen to the leather being traded here as the Outlaw and Adonis go back and forth, but a thumb right to the eye will put a halt to that assault, and in comes Jeremy Vane. And when you get a high hip lock from a man that tall, it is a high hip lock.
And Greg Hunter, 2 weeks ago on this very program, we've seen Rob Adonis substituting for Jeremy Vane. to beat Derek Driver of the New Wave. So, I mean, really, if you think about it, that gives them an even bigger inside track because members of the team have already beat members of the tag team champions.
And right now, Jeremy Vane put back in hard way. Double chop right to the chest. Front chancellery. He pulls Vane over. Tag in to Lane Norris. Norris now. Shot to the midsection. Side headlock. And now Norris with control over the 4-time former television champion of the world, Jeremy Vane.
And Greg Hunter, not every day can somebody say they've done that. I mean, Jeremy Vane, a well-accomplished wrestler, former Anarchy Tag Team Champion himself here in the NWA Anarchy. But the thing about it is right now, I'm saying this Lane Norris and this Outlaw guy, they're looking real impressive here against this tag team of Rob Adonis and Jeremy Vane. But Greg Hunter, tag team action, the order of the day, as we have a huge 6-man tag team match. Literally just moments away in our future contest. And I mean, it's going to shake the very foundation of the NWA arena as we have the Devil's Rejects, Osriel, Sean Tippers, and the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion Iceberg taking on the NWA World Television Champion, Truett Fields, Shadow Jackson, and Michael Judas. That's still to come this week, Greg Hunter.
Right now, the press slam assist into the splash, only a 2 count. You would almost have to call it an upset if on their second day in the arena, Culture Shock was able to knock off Jeremy Vane and Rob Adonis, but they are certainly looking as if they may be capable of that task, a slap, and Jeremy Vane quickly heads for higher ground. He slides in, tag to Rob Adonis. Norris didn't see it. Norris just got clobbered from behind.
Greg Hunter, I mean, that's the thing about it. There's no excuse for that to happen in a tag team match. You have a partner. You need to keep your head on a swivel. You got to know what's going on behind you at all times. And wait a minute.
Referee.
Now what's Jacob Butterworth doing? I saw the tag.
Jacob Ashworth did not see the tag. He is the man that has to see it as a referee. And now, Rob Adonis and Jeremy Vane still in control here. Vertical suplex.
Hey, the thing about it is right now, you can see it on the face of Jeremy Vane and Rob Adonis. They've gotten that swagger back. They're very confident. They know they have Norris and Outlaw right where they want them. They have cut off that ring, and right now, it's just a matter of time before they put them away.
Right now, Norris swinging for the fences. Adonis catches him. Adonis with the cover, hook of the leg. Only a 2 count. Says referee Jacob Ashworth. They have isolated the smaller man of this duo. And right now, Culture Shock could certainly use a tag in to the Outlaw as Lane Woods is literally hung out to dry here. Jeremy Vane choking him across that middle rope.
And Greg Hunter, you know, the thing is, I mean, they've got the fans here. They've got the idiots here in Cornelia, Georgia, firmly behind Culture Shock. And, you know, and not to play on words here, what an upset it would be. What a shock it would be if Culture Shock was to defeat Jeremy Vane and Rob Adonis. What would that do for Jeremy Vane and Rob Adonis's, I guess you could say, almost guaranteed title shot?
Well, I don't know if it would necessarily throw it down the drain, but it would certainly make Culture Shock top contenders overnight, I would have to think. Cover here, 2, and only a 2 count. Norris desperately needs a tag here.
And look how smart Jeremy Vane is. Jeremy Vane locking in on the overhead wrist lock, laying down with it, and then putting his body between Norris and Woods, kind of blocking the tag there. Actually blocking the tag. Any attempt of a tag there would be blocked because Jeremy Vane's body is there.
And right now, Jeremy Vane, very intelligent tag team competitor. We talk so much about the 4 world television title reigns, but he has held that Anarchy tag team title in the past. And right now, right hands and a handful of hair tag in to Adonis. Norris in a bad way here, folks.
And lest we forget, Greg Hunter, that not only was he an NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champion, but he also held the NWA Wildside Tag Team title. So the man is very accustomed to tag team wrestling.
He certainly is. Right now, big spine buster slam by Adonis. Cover, 1, 2, and the Outlaw comes in. Ben Woods stops that pinfall attempt.
Well, I hope Lane Norris has a good chiropractor in his Rolodex there, because he's going to need it for that huge spine buster by Rob Adonis. And right now, Rob Adonis just measuring his man up, and those huge right hands, those massive right hands, I was just wondering, how do they feel? Get some insight.
I've never been punched by Rob Adonis, thank you very much. Right now, Jeremy Vane.
He should have.
Jeremy Vane, big elbow drop. Only a 2 count. And now, just choking out Lane Norris, the untouchable Jeremy Vane. Right now, taking his time. Not something you necessarily want to do here, folks. You've got a couple of big game competitors like Culture Shock. You certainly want to put them away if you get the chance. But right now, trading leather, Norris and Vane, duck under reversal. Vane sets him up. Oh man, lands on his feet, tag into the Outlaw. Vane trying to catch him on the way in, right hand. Vane goes flying. Make it 2. A couple of knife-edge chops. Vane tried for the reversal, got stopped, and the big back body drop. Vane literally falls back into his corner. Adonis, boot to the midsection, sets up the aplex from Adonis. 1, 2, that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, the team of Jeremy Vane and Rob Adonis.
You'll all be screaming it later.
Oh, and here we go. This is my favorite part of the match, Greg Hunter.
Jeremy Vane, the match is over.
The VKO and the VDT, Greg Hunter. That's my favorite part of the match.
Oh, hey, wait just a second. Here come the tag team champions, the New Wave. And they are bouncing Jeremy Vane around as though he were a ping pong ball. Adonis pulls his partner out of harm's way here.
And now what's the New Wave? Why do they have to come out here and attack Jeremy Vane? That's despicable, disgusting act